instance, the example, I won't use the example I want to use because it's not a good example because it was held up in an appeals and it has increased the cost. But there are other models where the municipality, and Brian, I'm not suggesting you got to comment on this now, but there are other models where a municipality can develop its own land with a improvement, in this instance, housing, through a separate entity that has different requirements with respect to procurement. And I think that given that we're talking about housing for the town overall and other capacities, we're talking about Wanacoma coming in with a request. We have this really expensive request from airport. For me, getting that looked into and kind of answered with I'm not suggesting it be at the expense of the airport losing their ability to do this project, but it heightens my concern that we need to address that. Is there a better way to be doing this to save the dollars? And it's not to be dollars in terms of just I'm a Yankee. I want to save dollars and not spend frugal, although that's not bad. But it's because every dollar we save in housing, we can spend on other housing. And we're talking about large dollar.
But we can't spend the airport money on housing.
No, I'm not suggesting that, but I am suggesting that just because the airport needs housing doesn't mean it has to be on airport land.
I think it does, if they want to pay for it.
Well, I
The
don't.
FAA, that was the whole,
No, under operations, I mean, they can do a long-term lease, they can do a purchase installment plan.
but what I remember last year, they can't go and buy a property.
No, I don't think I think that they can for operations purposes.
Because we said you could go and
No,
buy
I
a
believe it.
house in Beach
I'd have to
Plum, it
double
was for
check.
sale last year, and we pointed it out, you could buy this house for less money than to build on FAA property, and this FAA won't let us do that.
Okay.
They have to, I believe, and I could be wrong, and I can
No.
reconfirm this, but revenue generated within the boundaries of the airport has to be expended within the boundaries. They cannot, I do not believe they can go outside the boundaries of the airport.
Okay,
to
yeah,
develop.
that would be a great clarification. I didn't understand
But
that
can they
last time.
lease something? I don't know about that.
That's a good
Yeah.
question, which I can talk to.
And
That was different, but I'm
Yeah.
positive they can.
And we did have discussion on the leasing numbers where you could lease something long-term for a significant amount less money. And in that instance, where it's a long-term lease, no one is suggesting, I don't even want to talk about the airport in particular, but no one is suggesting, for sake of, not creating other issues, no one is suggesting that you go out and you ask, somebody's Uncle Tom and Aunt Nancy that you put a long-term lease. I'm talking about development on town land of housing facilities
but-
that are leased from the town. So that it's a stable network of providing the housing, providing the use source, utilizing it, and the revenue exchange is all it's all stable partners. So anyways, I think that's one of the issues.
Yeah, I
We're
agree
talking
with that.
about huge dollars for housing potentially very soon and be helpful to have a discussion. Can we?
Needless to say, I'm not gonna do my Rory on that one right
Yeah. Don't do it. Is there some way maybe we can talk offline about that, so I'm not investing people's time in topics that are just not feasible?
now.
And then we could bring it to the
Can
group to have discussion on.
You can.
I make a motion to adjourn?
You can,
I'm sorry, I have to. run.
don't rush me.
Sorry. I
No,
didn't mean
I'm
to. I
thrilled.
know we're gonna talk about it
Get me
again,
out,
and I
get
feel
me
that,
out.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
no,
need
no,
to
I'm with you.
process all that.
Yeah, I'm with you. So motion on on the motion to adjourn.
Hi.
All right, we're adjourned. Thank you.
That was a good